All right. Welcome back, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining me on this stream chat here on Friday. So I'm real excited. I think we might be actually wrapping this topic up today. So let me just do a quick introduction and then we'll jump right in and continue working. So my name is Mike Douglas, solution consultant for Deliveron. We're part of Greenhouse Data. I'm in Omaha, Microsoft MVP, basically Azure DevOps and DevOps are my passion, so this has been a lot of fun doing this live. I've got a repo for my channel here, so if you're interested, check it out, github.com/MikeDouglasDev/Twitch streaming. And here I have information about the show, some of the previous shows listed out here, some of the key information. One of the key things we want to show here is our project board. And so basically, if you've got any topics you'd like to kind of have us go through in this, feel free to add an issue here in the repo, and then I'll get it added to the board. And based on your comments you guys put, you put them on mine too. We'll kind of vote it up and down. So right now we are finishing up our YAML kind of best practices. Now we probably haven't hit everything, but the main thing I wanted to hit was templates, and this was been really good so far. So that is just a quick introduction. So let's switch over here. This is a public project in Azure DevOps. So you can go out and everybody can see this. So if we want, we can go down here to the pipelines. Let's kind of take a look at what we have. Kind of a mess here, but yeah. Actually, here, let's look at the repo first. So here's our repo with our different files. See, right now I'm putting everything in this first templates branch. I guess that was just probably easier to get set up that way. But we have some of the pipelines, and there's a few of the templates kind of mixed in here. I tried to start putting the templates though in this folder. And so the main one we're going to be working with is this security template. And what I did in the template here, let's see if we can zoom in maybe just a little bit. Guess it doesn't work anymore. Yeah. There we go. So pretty simple one so far. Really what this is doing is it's going to read in all the jobs from a pipeline, loop through those, and then it's going to inject a credential scanner task before those jobs. It'll run all the, or not all the jobs, I'm sorry, but all this steps in the job, and then it's going to run this publish analysis logs, run those tasks after all the jobs are done. So this to me is a pretty exciting way to help kind of standardize on some security and compliance type things that we want to put in our pipeline. In this case, there'd probably be a few more things than just the cred scan I want to do as part of every release. But it's nice because then, we don't have to put it on the different developers to make sure that they have those in their pipelines. Essentially, they'll just run these and be good. All right, so that's our pipeline, or our template. We're actually going to have to modify this because my goal of the template is to actually not require the developer to have to change too much in the template. I don't want somebody creating some like Frankenstein pipeline just so it kind of fits the template. I really try to want it to be the most standard. I do like this here, how it's the jobs, and like jobs are a standard thing in YAML templates anyway. But let's look at our pipeline that we built. And we actually built this last week in our kind of first segment with just actually building a multi-stage pipeline. So here is, I kind of started recreating it. So instead of trying to modify the one that we had, but you'll see right here. So we're going to bring in a few or a couple different repositories. And then this one has multiple stages. I have a CI stage, and that's all I put in here because we're just doing it incrementally. But then there's like a dev stage, and a production stage. So we have all three of those stages in here, but inside here is the job, and you can see I tried to put the template here, but then I got to thinking, I'm like, you know what, you probably only extend the template in one place. So like if I wanted to do this here in this stage and then do it in the other stage, that's probably not a good efficient way to do this. So what I was thinking we could do is we'd actually, let's go ahead and start now. We would actually take out, oops, we'll just do this. And what we'll do is we'll actually change this from looping through the, let me fix this here real quick. So instead of looping through the jobs to start, we would actually loop through the stages, and then the stages would loop through the jobs. So I think this would be a better approach to go. So in this case, we'll need to change our template to do the stages, and then in turn, eventually do the jobs and so forth there. So I think this looks better this way. So let's go ahead and commit that. We'll pull this up in our, I guess more the editor to see how that works, but let's go to our templates. All right. If anybody's on, feel free to say hi. Good morning, good afternoon, or evening, wherever you're from. And definitely reach out with questions or comments, or if you notice those errors I'm making at any time, feel free to correct. Make plenty of those, that's for sure. But that's, you don't have to fund. All right, so here's back to our template. So let's go edit this. So in this case, our parameters are jobs in a job list. But now we want to do stages and do a stage list. I believe that is there's actually a really good, let's see, Azure DevOps YAML schema. Yeah, the YAML schema. This is a pretty good post. Or it's not really a post, but documentation, I should say. And then down here, thought there was. I usually don't search for this. I end up just searching for something else and it takes me to this. I thought, yeah, right here. Here we go. Here's all the different types for our parameters. Like there's step list, job list, and there's our stage list. So sequence of stages. So that's definitely what we want. Now, if we can get it to work, that's another question. All right, so you can see here, in this case, I basically put in the list here. So it looks like, oh, this will be cool. Hopefully this works. We want our stage, and so I think what we want to do is do something more like parameters. Of course, you have to fix our for each stage in our parameters dot stages. That's kind of cool. Get some little IntelliSense, and then let's change this. For each stage, we want it to basically go through here, so we don't need the name. And then for each, so in this case it's for each pair, so this is the pairing up in there. So let's we're gonna have to switch a little back and forth between this. So let's do this in another tab. All right, so, oops, or no, that's right. So stages is my parameter, which is perfect. And then it's gonna be kind of a array of stages. So once I get into there, I'm not really at these pairs that they're talking about yet. but I will have these jobs and then the job in it. So it actually jumps down pretty quickly. So I'll have one, we'll have this name. Let's see how we're kind of pulling that for this one, because we did that in the previous one too. So here it's looking for the actual steps, which is good. We do want that. But in the stage, we almost probably, again, this is totally winging it here. So for each job in stage, so we'll have for each there. That should all work from this piece. And then insert all properties other than steps. So that's this one here. So each pair in job. So I think we probably want this. So if not equal, key is steps, then do this. Oh yeah, so then, gotcha. To this, all three of these are basically saying, give me everything in here that's not a step. So we want to kind of do the same thing, but what's not a job? So each pair in stage, and we want to say properties other than jobs. And so we want to do the same thing here, where it's not a job. And then that should list everything out, because yeah, everything in this is pretty much just key values. So this should give me our stage and our name. We'll go ahead and keep this pool there. I'm not sure if we have to indent everything underneath of that. I am pretty sure we're wrong, or I'm wrong there. We'll bring all you guys into this. So yeah, this looks probably about as good as I can get without actually checking some code. I'm not sure on the indentions, but we'll see how that works. One thing I can guarantee is that it will tell us if it doesn't like it. All right, so let's go to our pipelines. And we did kick off a couple of those that are still triggered. I need to fix that. I think this one is, yeah, let's actually rename this guy. Just love how they're never renamed. All right, so this is our NG6 users, security, CI/CD, pipeline. So try to name all, so if you go out here, try to name all our pipelines with the name pipeline at the end. I don't know if that's a convention I use all the time, but. All right, so this one really didn't change other than the fact I took out the other stages to just try to get as little working as possible, and then we can add in those other stages. So I think that one's okay. Let's go and run. Yeah, that's not too surprising. All right, so in our pipeline here, line 19 doesn't like unexpected template. Well, why is that unexpected? And then line 21, a mapping was not expected. And line 23, mapping was not expected. So it doesn't like stages, jobs, or the whole template piece. But other than that, it's good. Right. All right. Extends. Maybe we have to, and no, there was no indentation on the parameters. All right, so I left these open, hoping we would not have to code to them, but here's a indentation on the actual template, extends template. Oops, I don't know if that would, if we'd be happier. I didn't have to do that before. Now it's super not happy with me. Incomplete mapping. Let's see if that fixes at least that first error. Run. Well, we made it down to 23. Mapping is not allowed, which does kind of correspond with this here. Well, that's not terrible then. So maybe I just need to be indented. Boom. And maybe the same thing here. This does look a little far indented. Script, bad indentation. All right, so this looks like it's all right. So we have this task. We have this task. That was weird. I was not expecting that. I really do think it should be there. Because now that's indented with the job. Well, let's save this and try to see what happens. That just seems good. Line 31. Didn't find the mapping. Find the expected key. So sure enough, the as much as I want to not agree with the squiggly bars, they are the squiggly lines. They are telling me the truth. Yeah, that's really interesting. Let's let's open one more tab here to our repo. Let's look at our other one, because we did take this from our ng6 users pipeline, and let's just see. It was a simpler world then when we didn't have the template. We had the job CI, and then yeah, everything's lined up right underneath the steps, and the steps was right under the job. This is job, steps, tick, 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 tick. That part looks good. Did I accidentally remove something else? Display name. That's interesting. I don't know. Let's maybe pull in this again. That's not giving us any warnings. Let's see what that does. All right. Okay, but we're actually in the security template now. The identifier pair already has been defined within the current scope. Okay, so maybe I'm just reusing a variable there. Let's take a look. Probably. There we go, yep. Alright, so for each let's just call it stage pair. Oop. All right, so that definitely looks better. Though now I look at this, I don't have jobs in stage, I have jobs. So each stage has jobs, which has job. So I'm wondering if I almost need to do something a little more like this, where we're gonna have to go for each job in jobs. So the thing I'm not sure about is if I should even be doing this, or if I should just be pulling it, because it's already in here. And I'm curious if this will be one of the stage pairs. So let's actually take this out and just see how that works. And see if it pulls in from our stage pair. All right, run. Well, we're maybe getting closer. While parsing the block mapping, did not find expected key. Well, what were you expecting? All right, line 13, column 11. Line 13. Column 11, I guess I don't get the column numbers here, but we're probably right there. So jobs, it did not understand where jobs. Well, we have stage. There's our stage here. All right, each stage in our parameter stages, each stage pair in our stage, and then as long as it doesn't equal jobs, because that's what we want to do down here. We'll accept so down here I'm basically saying give me everything. Oh, you know what, I forgot this step. So I don't think I need to do so I've already looped through up here. And I think now edit. Here I would do stage dot jobs. There we go. So now that should bring in all of that. I don't think I need this anymore. Well, shoot, I don't know if that's true either. Because I really don't want to just, like here, I just want to output all of the jobs. No, I think it was right before. So this goes through all the jobs in the stage. I don't remember if that was the line that was wrong or if it was the next one. I mean, because I kind of want to underneath the, well, I guess there's not really much. Well, I could just do this. So this will basically be if there's any, that's not a job, list those out. And then for every job, list that out. I think the part I'm still not sure about is when do I use this and when do I not? Maybe that's part of the issue. Well, pretty sure this is not right, but let's see what happens. Cancel, run. Yeah, so we still have the issue here while doing the block mapping. Yeah, I don't know if this would tell us block. I don't know if that kind of starts our list there. I don't know if anything tells us what. Let's say, hey, this is the dash you put. That all makes sense. We know all that. Let's see, left. It's just pairs. YAML basics. Probably well, this is YAML schema, so this would hopefully tell us when to put this dash here when we need it. So maybe we'll just treat it as, okay, if there's an array, this would be each item in the list. So stages will be one to many, or one to be multiple stages, so there it makes sense. This, I suppose, makes sense. The pair value. So here, if we're looking down at our kind of corresponding, this one did each. So any of the each. I wonder, like this, oops, edit. You know, just because I haven't that if statement there doesn't necessarily mean. So here I'd have the jobs. What if I don't need this again? Well, we did put it here. Stage, jobs. Oh wait, here we go. This. This word job here. There we go. All right, let's see. We didn't. I feel like we fixed some other problem, not the one that it's complaining about. Yeah, so it still does not like the factory here. Didn't find an expected key. So if we look back, maybe it's this. Well, not. I don't know if it's this or not, but let's. Maybe if we take that out, maybe it makes a little more sense. So. We're going to give a list of things that are not the jobs. But yes, I think the problem is now we need to actually put in jobs. And then we need to have this. There we go. Key. It's missing a key. Jobs was the key. Just like down here, there's our steps. And now we'll list out all the nodes under there. Yeah. Sure, we are far from home, but hey, we made it. All right, now we're at line 16. So this is good, learning. All right, so here is our jobs. And here now we're saying for each job, or for each jobs, we'll list out anything that might be there. And then for our job, no, so I don't think we need this. I think that is redundant. So now we're here at the, so we're inside for each of the jobs. Yeah, we're at the jobs level. There'll be jobs and then most likely at least one job. And then within the job, we're looking at the job.steps. So we need let's just look at this real quick. So we're at our stage, our jobs. I guess our jobs doesn't really have a job. So that's a little bit different than our original one here that we had, because we had parameter jobs and job was CI. So actually that's part of my problem. I'm still kind of looking at this, when really we should be looking at this. And here are, well, I guess in this case it does have a job. Ooh, that's gonna be tricky. Well, no, actually, whatever's in the job, we don't really care. Could be job, could be deployment, and all this stuff. List everything out until we get to the steps. This might be a little bit tricky though. How we handle deployment jobs versus normal jobs. But I guess they're all named values. Or key pairs, I should say. Key pairs here, key value pairs. Until we get to steps. So maybe we'll be okay. But there is no, I don't need job. Job is just a key value pair, which would be covered under the other ones. So this doesn't need to be there. But I think in this case, actually we could probably just kind of like the pair. So I think we're still in the same boat as this. So now we're looking at did not get my second cup of coffee this morning. All right, let's see here. This is a little trickier. So we could go for each pair in stage, which I think is really the same thing essentially as this. Dent. Not really sure. And then basically, as long as it's not a step, go ahead and put it all through here. And then when you do get to the steps, we'll go, all right, yeah. All right, let's see what it says. Unexpected value stage. Line 8. Jobs is already defined. All right. Stage is already defined. Huh, interesting. I did. So for each stage, each stage in our stages. It's weird that that says that it's already defined. And what was the other one? Jobs is already defined in line 12. That's where I thought we would have said if there's anything. Let's look it back here. Stage. I guess really the only thing we're getting is that one thing, but that should be all right. And then that should be it, and then it should jump here down to the second part. So, each stage in our parameter stages, each stage pair in our stage, we're basically saying if it doesn't equal jobs, then go ahead and list it out. But it is saying it already unless we're saying for each stage, let's see, there was a extend from template, job reuse, stage reuse. No, this is just for inserting. That's not going to help us. All right. Stages. Well, I kind of want to see if we can do something here. So is it because we're looping here twice and I don't have a key? So I have this key, stages. So this should come back with each stage, but it's not going to just print the stage because that's what I was hoping that this would do. I don't really want to just get rid of that. I'll put a notepad there real quick. my other screen. It's getting simpler. Expected mapping. Unexpected value jobs. Alright, so 8 and 9 is not like it still. Parameters.stages. I didn't like this. Which we look over here, stage, and then jobs. Stage has the I don't know if we can do something. Oops. Stage dot key. Let's do this. Stage key, stage value. Nice. Let's see if that looks right. All right, expected mapping here, unrecognized value stage. Oh, we sure are not getting any closer, are we? All right, so we've got stages. Jobs. So we come back down here, our step. We're going to just starting the task. Stage. I mean, I kind of see this, but then that's what we had, and I took that out with each pair. But if we come back over here, stages, the stage does have that, but nothing. I mean, that's kind of what we had. With this. Well, I think I might actually need to do just a little bit more research on this to try to figure this out. I think I just feel like we're kind of at a little bit of a standstill, so I might just wrap this up early today and then maybe kind of play with this around the weekend and let you guys know what I figured out, because this is not going quite as quickly as I'd hoped, so definitely want to not drag this on too long. So why don't we go ahead and call it a day then, here at 10 till the hour. But thanks everybody for joining, and we'll wrap this up on probably Monday. I think I canceled that Monday one, but I think I'm going to put that back on there. And Monday we'll wrap this up. So everybody have a great weekend, and we will talk to you then.